All right, today we are diving into a really powerful way to understand our own inner world. We're going to look at a framework that helps us harmonize all those different and, let's be honest, often conflicting parts of ourselves. You know that feeling, right? It's like one part of you is totally committed to getting a project on, but another part just wants to binge watch a show. Or maybe you know you should be kinder to yourself, but there's this nagging inner critic that just won't quit. It honestly feels like a constant battle inside your own mind. But what if it's not actually a battle? What if it's really just a big misunderstanding? This is the core idea we're going to play with today. What if you're not one single conflicted person, but a whole system of different inner parts, and all of them are just trying to get your attention? And that brings us to this fascinating model called inner family systems, or you'll hear it called IFS. It's a really compassionate way to look at why we do the things we do, not by judging ourselves, but by getting to know this inner team of rivals that lives inside of us. So here's the key takeaway. IFS says that every single part of you, even the parts that seem to cause you trouble, actually has a positive intention. It's a way to have a friendly, compassionate chat with these inner voices instead of trying to shut them down, which is why it can be so powerful for working through really deep-seated challenges. So let's meet the team. In the IFS model, our parts usually fall into three main categories. And just understanding what their jobs are is the first huge step toward bringing a little harmony to our inner world. First up, we've got the exiles. You can think of these as the youngest, most sensitive parts of who we are. They're the ones carrying the memories and the heavy emotions from painful things in our past. You know, feelings like fear or shame or loneliness. We usually tuck these parts away deep inside because honestly, their feelings can be pretty overwhelming. Next, let's meet the managers. These parts are like these super organized, proactive planners of your inner world. Their whole job, their entire mission, is to keep those vulnerable exiles safe and sound, locked away so that old pain doesn't pop up. They work around the clock to control your life and your behavior to make sure that happens. And wow, these behaviors are so recognizable, aren't they? That little voice in your head telling you your work isn't good enough, that's a manager trying to stop you from failing. That deep urge to make everyone happy, that's a manager trying to avoid rejection. At the end of the day, they're just trying to protect you. But what happens when a manager's perfect plan doesn't work and an exile's pain breaks through anyway? Well, that's when the firefighters come rushing in. These are your reactive emergency response parts. Their one and only goal is to put out that emotional fire as fast as possible, no matter what it takes. A firefighter's strategy is pretty simple. Distract and numb and do it now. That sudden urge to binge watch an entire series or scroll for hours on your phone, that could be a firefighter just trying to douse the flames of a painful feeling that got triggered. Yeah, their methods can be pretty extreme, but you have to remember their intention is still to protect. So let's do a quick recap. You've got your managers who are trying to prevent pain by controlling everything. When that doesn't work, the firefighters jump in to distract from the pain. And at the center of it all are the exiles who are holding the original hurt and are really just waiting to be seen and healed. Okay, so with all these parts working so hard, and sometimes working completely against each other, it really makes you wonder, who's actually in charge here? Who can possibly bring this team together and lead it toward healing? And this right here is where the most important piece of IFS comes into play. Because beyond all of those parts, there is a core self. This is the real you. It's the calm, centered leader your inner family has been waiting for all along. And the core belief here, which is just beautiful, is that everyone has this self, and it's always characterized by these amazing qualities. Just think of a time when you felt truly calm, or genuinely curious about something, or deeply compassionate. That was you accessing your core self. This is the part of you that knows how to heal all the others. And this is a really key distinction to make. The self isn't just another part. It's not another role or another voice. It is your essence. It's the wise, confident, whole center of who you are. The goal of IFS isn't to create this self. It's just to clear away some of the noise from the other parts so you can finally hear it. So how do you actually start working with this inner team? It's really important to know that the goal is not to get rid of your parts. Remember, they're trying to help. The goal is just to get to know them from a place of genuine curiosity and compassion. So here are three super simple ways you can start. You could try journaling, give that critical manager a voice on the page and just ask it, what are you so afraid of? Or maybe through meditation, you can create a safe inner space to meet these parts. And a really simple but powerful one is just to pause after you feel a strong emotion and ask yourself, whoa, which part of me was that? All of this work, this whole internal conversation, it's all built on one absolutely essential foundation: self-compassion. Because without it, none of the parts are ever going to feel safe enough to trust you to lead. I just love this quote. It's such a powerful reminder that even the parts whose behaviors feel destructive, that harsh inner critic or that impulsive firefighter, they all started out with one mission: to protect you. They are a part of your survival story, and acknowledging that is just the ultimate act of self-compassion. So as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with this question. If you were to quiet down for just a moment and really listen past all the noise from the managers and the firefighters, what message do you think your calm, compassionate, core self might be trying to share with you today?